Hello everybody and welcome to the last group stage match of Groups 2022. We're here already. This match is going to be quite an exciting one between Badgerbar and Ricksanity. This match has some implications. If Rick gets a good enough time, he is the lucky loser. And Badger is playing for pride and wanting to be able to, an upset here. Joining me on the commentary booth, we have Ticker.
Hello. This will be an interesting match. I think Badgerbar could pull an upset, depending on if he PBs or not. We'll have to wait and see.
For sure. I think Badgerbar is mostly ready.
No. I've switched. I'll have to press play on Rick's stream because it is an async, which is why stream is hidden. Badger is ready, so you'll do the countdown, X. Just give me a sec. Yeah.
Are you ready, Mr. Async person?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and then we will go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! GL Badgerbar.
Alright. It's not completely synced. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make it synced. Actually, no, I'm not. We're leaving it. We don't want to do anything. I'm too scared to.
Yeah, it's async.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient too.
Yeah, Rick needs a 147-ish, which he's more than capable of doing. His PB is what, 134?
Yes, it is. Does Rick need to win this?
Rick doesn't need to win it. Rick needs to get better than a 147.
Okay.
Rick can lose.
Let's do this thing.
Well, that makes it interesting then. I think we'll be rooting for Badgerbar to possibly upset and get a PB then. Seeing both on his perform would be the most ideal scenario.
For sure, I think Badger needs a 120 something maybe to progress.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete.
I think there is a world in which Badger will progress if they get like a 125 maybe.
Piece of cake.
But if Badger gets a 125 here, like
I will give 60 subs if Badger gets a 125. One for each frame.
You know what? I'll join you. If Badger gets fucking a 125 here.
Because that's like almost a Vapo level, and Vapo's like the best 60 runner. So, oh, Rick hitting the tree there. So, a wise person once told Greenie that hitting trees is slow. I would have to agree with that person, to be honest. That person was liquid Wi-Fi.
Fucking hell. If Badger gets a 125, the amount of subs Speed Simpsons is gonna get today.
In your face.
Yeah. Charities will be rubbing their hands.
Did you just say charity?
I did. Are you going to give the charity speech?
Did you know we have Free Gay Charities, the Trevor Project, which is a non-profit organization that focuses on suicide prevention among the LGBTQ plus community. Save Children focuses on improving the lives of children through better education, healthcare, and economic opportunities, as well as providing emergency aid, natural disasters, and armed conflicts. And 350.org, which is an international environmental organization addressing the climate crisis, the stated goal is to end the use of fossil fuels and transition to renewable energy by building a global grassroots movement. There we go.
You could tell Axie is a very seasoned charity speedrunner for the channel. That was impressive.
I think that was a PB.
Oh, it had to be. That was ridiculous. So Rick's a little bit ahead, I think. Not like.
Stupid picture of a stupid family.
Okay, let's just see. 3:27 by the tree. And 3:10. Yeah, I think Rick's a couple seconds ahead here. Not much. Not really too much to that matters here. It's just standard Homer 1. And it's slow on 60, so
Return this stuff before the cops find me sitting around talking to myself.
I was gonna make a joke about having seen Rick's run. I know he gets 115, but like it's an async, so I can't joke about him getting a 115 because he gets a 114, baby.
no way.
Beats world record.
You do better.
Yeah. Wait,
Not-
was I not meant
not-
to talk about that?
Not only beats world
Way to
record,
ignore the speed limit.
beats community some of best time.
Flanders, look. I
Yeah,
don't
all
challenge
of
you.
his like.
Looking.
Oh, that's a mistake,
Let's
but it's
roll.
fine. He'll make it up later.
So
Gets a 5-minute Homer too.
yeah, you watch 30 seconds from now, and we do a skip to the end of Homer 2, and what do you know? We're through the power plant door.
This is a school zone. This is one weird place. What's happening?
Lenny push from Rick here.
Coming through.
Oh, that's okay. It's a half Lenny push. And Glass Truck decides to do family sedan push, and Badgerbar runs into a tree because of it.
Sweet.
Oh, and that's not a good Lenny push either. I don't even think we can call that an attempt.
Chest pain. Having chest pain.
Oh, but then he put.
Alright, both get Utes here. Ute's pretty good. I prefer the Ute over the, what do you call it? Minivan? Yeah.
Have a minivan, yeah. But you know the best car for this mission?
Is it the family sedan?
School bus, school bus, school bus, school bus, school
Eat my
bus,
guts.
school bus.
I don't think anyone has gone for the school
Let's
bus
do this thing.
this tourney yet. Unfortunately.
Family means
Yeah,
speed.
nobody.
My convertible.
Nobody.
just
But, you know, we've still got a long way of a tournament to go. We've got knockouts.
We do have knockouts. I don't know. Axie could convince someone to throw.
How can I sleep?
Hey,
Let's do
Grainy,
this
if you're
thing.
listening to this,
If
you,
you're
you know,
so smart, how come I
you're on
broke
the
you?
school bus.
It's not like anyone likes these things.
No one would be against it.
Stupid like a fuck.
For the fans. We need to add stuff to Amber's anomaly sheet. Did I say that right? I hope I did.
Yes,
If
the
you're so
anomalies.
smart, how come I broke you?
Anomaly.
It's not like anyone likes these things. Stupid like a fox.
Axie, get the steel
Clean
chair.
this mess up later.
Hits ready in the
Oh,
back
that
of the
was
head
easy.
with a steel chair and takes on Zoton yourself. Dealing out
what?
justice.
You know what? On my predictions, I'm gonna replace Ready with me. And then I'm gonna have me lose to Zoton in the first round.
But Axe, if you lose, you have to do 600 rounds.
We go now to City Hall, where Mayor Quimby is fielding questions from
Back to
Oh,
back.
shoot.
These miniature
Oh,
cameras
no.
are arranged. Spying on the women's dressing rooms, bathrooms, and locker rooms is
It sounds like you want to do 600 runs in a row,
Springfielders when I say,
from what I'm hearing.
No,
where is the
no,
sexy
no.
footage?
In other unexplained news, strange black
I think I speak for all Springfielders when I say,
Marge,
where is
Black
the
Van is
sexy
spying
footage?
on us.
Oh, homie, you're so
Marge, those
sexy
strange
when
black
you're
vans are
paranoid.
spying on us. Ooh, homie.
Piece
You're
of cake.
so sexy when you're paranoid.
It's crashing time.
Crap circles. Wait, wrong cutscene. We don't talk about it. But I don't know what Marge voice is worse, yours or the French Marge.
Oh, I voiced the French Marge.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense. See.
Lousy, rotten karmic retribution.
How'd you like the newspaper upside your head?
Ooh, Rick going for that wasp, but missing completely and slamming into the caravan. Unfortunately, you do not get coins from the caravan. So, that's a bit unfortunate. And you lose time to rubber banding, so hold this L. Fun fact, if you did not know, that rubber banding exists in Homer 1, and if you are further away from the black band, it goes slower.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The thing is,
Wow, this
Axie
tractor
lacks,
can make a meeting.
Oh, Badger, no.
Badger, no. This is losing so much time. Yeah, if you go too close,
Can you
there's
come and
too
get
much
me?
speed,
I'll pay
and
my
then
back
Duckland
rub.
does that, and you get stuck.
Oh, man.
And yeah, that lost a lot of
Burn
time.
number one.
It's very
Quite
sad.
Number
all over
one.
the place. Okay, but like, the time loss, because you'd have to get out of your car, go into the caravan,
Bird?
potentially steal something. If there's no cash in the place,
Sweet.
you have to like
The vibration
take some
tickling
goods,
my feet.
right? And goods take time to sell. So
I
you've got to
am
go to a black
excellent
market,
day.
all
Eat my
whilst the
gut.
black van is
Learn to
waiting for you
drive,
to follow.
you dumbass.
So you've got to
Looks harder
go
than it is.
like so many places to try and sell like a decent watch or something. And when you get a few coins for it, like the CPS
kid, I almost
on
spilled my
robbing a
Sunday.
caravan wouldn't be very high.
You almost nicked me.
Oh, we extended on the caravan. This is amazing. We actually
Learn to
took
drive,
this somewhere.
dumbass.
It's more likely that if you hit a house and go into the house, there's going to be loose change and stuff around.
You're not
Because
gonna
if
get
you go
more?
into a caravan, like, how much change realistically will be there? Like, maybe there's some in the sugar pot, but who knows?
I mean, if you try and like sneak into Flanders' backyard by driving a very big vehicle like the Canyonero onto the bush, you still get a couple coins. So there's worth
Let's do
there.
this thing.
Imagine talking about gameplay. Okay, so at the moment, Ricksanity is reversing, and now he's going to be going forward. Ricksanity is going towards the jump. He has hit the cycle. He will then let go of accelerator a slight bit after the ramp, so then when he lands, he gets a little boost. Now Ricksanity is holding down the trigger through the power plant. He is not going to go for that other wasp because he does not have another freebie. He goes left at the stone kettle pit instead of right, which most runners do, and now he is driving towards Mr. Barnes. He will now get out of his car once the task completing has come up, and he will talk to Mr. Barnes. He decides to jump on Mr. Barnes' head, and now he will use the accept button to go through the menus, and now he is watching the panel on 2-1. He will then speak to Millhouse before getting in either the honor roller, the taxi, or the sports car. Hopefully there is a sports car there. And it looks like
If I didn't play so
he
many
will be
video
going
games, I'd be in better shape.
for... Oh, this was a bad spawn, and here he gets the sports car. And now he will be driving forward. He is going up the dirt jump. He gets the crusty glass, which gives him 5 coins. He now has to escape Skinner. He goes right into Moe's. This is so he can go through the car wash, and this confuses Skinner's AI. after going through the car wash and not getting the freebie, Ricksanity is going through a train yard. He gets a few coins on the floor, plus the plastic glasses. He is now driving towards the past the DMV. If he had not escaped Skinner, he would have been able to get out of his car and go into the DMV. He is now talking to Jimbo.
He's still going.
He is now running towards his car, and he is going to try and save and get revenge. He is now driving into Kearney, and Kearney dives out of the way. This is going to lose maybe half a second. The park was a little messy. And now he is driving and going, oh, what's he gonna do? He's gonna go under the sign for the DMV, which stands for the Department of Motor Vehicles. I believe Badgerbar also got a sports car, and now he's driving up a dirt jump, getting requested out, getting 5 points, and now he is going to be escaping Skinner. Badger here is also going right as mode, so he can go to the car wash and get an easier escape. But whilst Ricksanity bounced off a train yard a little bit, it looks like Badger has
I'll go make a sandwich.
Seconds. And my esteemed co-colleague is going to make a sandwich. And here's Ricksanity. He's got the fireworks package. He is now leaving Moe's. Badger parks a little weird. He crashed into a taxi. He might be a little too close to Jimbo, but no, he's not. The car did not despawn, and that is fine. He gets the extra point for breaking the sign, and now he's going to go to Jimbo. To Kearney, he's a little farther away from Kearney than Rick was, but Kearney did not dive. Ricksanity is now speaking to Snake to get the other firework.
Are you done? You went on for nearly 3 missions. 3! From the start of 1-7 to when you fucking sweat the snake. How is your voice? It sounded to get a little bit tired at the end of 2-1.
Full speed ahead.
We want more art. The adoring fans want more.
Alright, well, you can't deny what the fans want.
Killer. Lisa did it. Hey, job.
My esteemed colleague did not
Fine
make
by
a
me.
sandwich. Going slightly off topic here. Did we both have bacon and egg sandwiches the other day? Because the correlation to drama and bacon and egg sandwiches is very high.
I did actually. It was very nice. It was very tasty.
So did I. So did I actually.
Well, this is where we went wrong as a community.
Yeah.
Bacon and egg sandwiches, everyone.
Woo, nice one.
We need a ban between me and Axie to like just never have them on the same day.
Thy name is Bart.
It's actually like Sharkward's nemesis. But I think that was decent RNG from Rick. I know he had to wait, but
No problemo.
he got a sports car in the
Let's
end.
roll.
And so
And
now
now
we're doing.
Now on to part break.
Energy depleting. Need.
Are you gonna commentate the gameplay or like am I?
You can go.
Alright, so Rick's gonna go towards a jump here. Not sure if he's gonna go for dirt jump at 60. If he was, well, now he isn't because he didn't catch up. Badgerbar misses the wasp. That's unfortunate. Rick is going around the dirt jump, following the black van, following the black van, following the black van. It goes right at Moe's. Wow, that is very poggers because if he goes left, then he gets stuck in the train yard, and we don't want that because if he gets stuck in the train yard, then you lose like 20 or 30 seconds, and then you want to cry. Rick gets the wasp, but gets back in the car. Did you know that it was found to be faster to run to the train yard instead of getting back in and getting Cletus box in 2-5? Wow, what a time to be alive. Badgerbar looks for a sports car. Doesn't get one. It's just turning his camera around, hoping, praying, finally gets one. And what a good color it is. Alright, I'm done. I can't last as long.
And here we have Bart and Frank from Badgerbar. Badger goes into the car. He's now going to be driving forward, following the black van. He's going to attempt some sort of push, but he doesn't quite understand the push. Probably you want to push it so then the sports car hits into a tree. It speeds up very fast. Badger is now looking like he's going to go and get that jump, but he isn't quite positioned probably. He's too far forward. Maybe he's going to go for it, maybe he wasn't. But he wants to stay within a certain distance of the black van, because when it comes to this point here, like after the construction jump, you want to be as close as possible, because if you're too far behind, it will not go right to Moe's. When you go left of Moe's, as my esteemed colleague said, it gets stuck over 20 yards. But I've also seen a correlation between the amount of time the car gets stuck and you being out of a car, because when you're out of a car, you rubber band, and then the amount of time gets stuck lessens because the car is going slower and therefore not going in as much. That's what I've seen in this tournament a few times.
Now to find a satellite dish. Has those
And Bart can do the splits.
Huge. The flexibility as a young person does exist. Something Axie cannot relate to. And, by the way, fun fact, that taxi was in the same spot for both runners. And did the exact same spin, I'm pretty sure.
That's fun.
So, I think we've exhausted, like, all our commentary stamina for the run, so...
Yeah, unfortunately, like, we're now just gonna be quiet for the rest of the run.
Mine! Oh, mine!
We've met our commentary word count quota. Oh, this 1 and 2 stream a bit too high, sorry. I thought I adjusted. Is that better?
What's the ETA of this run? Within an hour 50 is the ETA. Badger's PB is a 143, I believe. So I think 150 is probably the high end of the estimate.
Yeah, it could be a 150, it could be 140. Which is reasonable given the PBs.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just quiet, like, all the time. That's my bad. I'm too softly spoken. I'm just a soft, delicate flower.
But we appreciate you all the same. That was a nice fast escape. I didn't think that would work from Rick, but it did. And we love to see it.
I seem to do like very similar to what Rick does there, and it works like 99% of the time.
I felt like you needed to point a little bit more right, but I guess it works, so.
Yeah, that works for me, and it worked for him.
Hey, slower traffic to the right, please.
President-elect Axie. Cool. Damn. Yes, I am announcing that I am wanting to become the next mayor of Springfield. I think it's my civic duty, my right, to be the next mayor.
Mayor Axie. Vote Axie. It's a race between Quimby and Axie for mayor. And I think we need to vote out Quimby. Two excellent candidates though.
Yeah, Quimby's done a great job for this town, but after a while, you just gotta think. Maybe change is needed. But did you know that Ricksanity is on monkeys? And we have to collect 30 monkeys. And you're not... A fun fact about this mission that not everybody knows is if you blow up your car, you fail the mission. Like, that's an any percent special trick there.
I think, wasn't there a thing where, like, Spruce accidentally got into a car that was one shot, blew it up, and then I think it was like the Mr. Player was one shot, and like a police car blew it up or something, and Spruce failed at the end.
Past the rent.
Yeah, That was a great clip.
I think it was Moman who pointed out that Spruce ran past the wrench. And then Spruce is just like, oh, I feel even stupider now.
It was a clip of all time. Yeah, sports cars is decently fast for monkeys, but like, I feel like it's pretty bad for getting wasps around the town hall. So I feel like if you're going to use sports car, you should probably skip those wasps and go for better coins. I don't know. I guess those coins are fast as well, especially with the sports car warp in and out animations. And I don't have the CPS with that. I know. I just don't like sports car. It's very awkward, and you can like lose a lot of time easily. Fuck it. It's just not worth. I'm not even like. How many people go for sports car? Sure, not many. Even if they do see it.
I know Tilbert does. Tilbert is very much a practicer of sports car. I think there's a couple of others who do. I think it's faster, but also you need to practice it, and it's like, because it's RNG, practicing it actually means you have to go into like either save states to make sure you get sports car every time, or just do the mission again and again and again and again and again. And do we really want to do that?
That is not my opinion, Caden. Mr. Player is greater than taxi, is greater than honor roll, and is greater than sports car. It is an incorrect statement.
No, Tika is of the opinion that Honor Roller is best for monkeys. I've heard him say multiple times that Honor Roller monkeys is the best.
I think I'd rather throw up.
Honor Roller monkeys is
Why?
number one.
Why is there an ad? Right? Why? The good guys. I don't know what happened. Why? I'm mad.
The good guys.
Alright, well, enjoy your typical restreaming ad for no reason. But we've given Badgerbar some good ad revenue, and that's what matters, right?
For 1 cent of ad revenue. Let's go, baby.
I don't even think it's a cent.
Well done.
Alright, Rick for cutscene now. He's on 60, but I still needs to get it. Took a bit of pauses, but gets it. Nicely done. Rick leaving with like a 26 1x. Definitely will have some time on Badgerbar of roughly a minute. And this first car isn't looking too good, and the second car isn't looking too great. Oh, has a taxi one-shot though. I want the... Oh. I wanted to see the taxi blown up and the taxi get destroyed. I'm so sad.
See, I would have gone for that taxi no matter what. That taxi 100% would have blown up for me. Even if it meant I like messed up the rest of the mission, I'm going for those 10 coins. Those 10 coins are mine.
CPS check. Axie on 23 baht 1 pace. I am going to sacrifice this run for 10 coins.
Into a Mylar bag before it deteriorates into near mint condition. Heaven forfend.
Oh, that third car blew up. Badgerbar needed to adjust. Does it nicely though. I don't think this is the greatest sell from Badgerbar, but it's done well to adjust at times, and you know, it happens. It's one shot now, and at least you shouldn't have to go towards the police station. Yeah.
Now to get this.
I am the Lizard Queen.
Ooh, Rick's a Malibu post 3-1 enjoyer. for the 16 coins. It's not
I'm
a bad choice, but I don't know.
I think if you don't go for a rend, it's like to me. But if you go for a rend when it's like 16 coins, it's like, oh, Badger, no. Oh, Badger.
That's an even bigger lead for Rick now. That is so sad.
Just a few more.
That's actually so sad.
And this is just domination now for Rick. He's probably got like a 2.5 minute lead already in Lisa.
So interestingly, Badger uses green for when he's red.
What? What?
Yes, when he's plus, he is red. No, he's green. Sorry, his splits are green even when he's red. It's confusing. Badger confuses my head.
Badger, why? Also, I just realized Badger's split background is very funny. Just the perfectly placed Homer
gyration.
Yeah. It's very funny.
If you look closely, there's a diddles there as well.
There is too. That's amazing.
Oh, there's a goddamn diddles in my gyration.
I never saw these guys before.
Alright, so we saw Millhouse launch into the dam there. That shows you a blessed run.
I disagree. I think we should stop Millhouse abuse, you know.
You okay? What was that from Brick? I mean, it works. That was just a very weird reverse. I've never seen that before.
But it... what? Maybe?
Maybe it's to build up, like, speed so you're not, like, guarding Cletus slowly, I guess. Because on 60, like, Cletus can kind of just, like, clip through or climb all over you and all that.
Yeah, that could definitely be, like, a thing I see to help 60 runners. Because a lot of the time, the reason why Cletus climbs over you or clips through you is because you're going too slow.
He seems to know everything. Except why I ever
Sports car, sports car, sports car, sports car, sports car. That's not what you want to be driving. Huh?
Professor Freak.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
My mojo working now.
Took a sports car, but it's taking Malibu. This was one of the decisions of all time. I did not agree with this.
Yeah.
If you've got sports car and taking the sports car there, it's just better to use a sports car for the rest of the mission. Because if the warp in and out animations. But I want to see if it's worth to take sports car at the end of 3-1, except just park it in front of the door. Because then you can warp to 3-2 with the pan-in. Like, obviously you won't have ESS for 3-3, but it might be like you might save enough time type of thing where like it could be the same speed or slightly faster. I don't know. It's a very hard thing to time. Yes, that is indeed the first cast, right? Where that's quite normal. Where you flip to your side.
Goodness for seatbelts. Not the car.
Alright, let's see Badgerbar, what Badgerbar does to Millhouse. Alright, just a small kick.
Yeah. No, that's not too bad. Ooh, that's bad.
Well,
Bad, that's bad.
we were talking about sports cars and racing, though. That's a pretty optimal pickup, you know.
Oh, 10 car, it's 10 car. Oh,
No. Oh, there was another chance as well for 10 coins. There was 23 coins there.
what's the point?
Wait, Badger skipped across you? That is a decision for 60. What are Badger's coins like?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen them in a little while, and we're not seeing this Ren pickup.
We're gonna be careful of a crash here as well. I think it's past the crashing point.
No, I think it's... Oh, these are bad.
What's going on in this town?
Alright.
No, I think because he kept getting one at a time. I don't think there was a crash.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I know it's a possible crash if you collected like a lot at once, but
Hello,
Yeah, but
Springfield.
because of the way where it was, he kept hitting one, he kept getting one and then hitting and then one and hitting. Because he wasn't pushing it against the wall, he was still pushing it into space.
alright, let's see what Badger's coins are like here. Because Bean's mentioning in chat that you skipped cross Julie. 861. Oh my, that is. Oh my. There was a decision made, and I do not agree with it. What? Is Badger okay?
I've skipped it with less, but
Yeah, what are you doing?
I skipped it with 800.
Oh,
before.
we saw the thing where Badger tried to like park the sports car, at the river, but like drove the sports car in. I saw Amber do this earlier today. It was really funny.
I hope these are recyclable.
Trying to do the Bulmer strat, but failing instead of just driving the car.
I hope these are recyclable. Yay! I won!
So, Rick didn't fail 135, which is pretty good.
Chief, we
In a race, you probably take anything that doesn't fail, as long as, like, yeah, he doesn't get stuck for like a long period.
have a good life. Plenty of good living here.
I do like Rick's coins this run much more than Badger's. 600 here,
Never be fried
like 620.
tartar sauce.
Should end with like close to 650, I'm pretty sure.
Watch out for next. They'll be turned for the wild.
With all like the coins you collect in here. Probably ends with like 640-ish, yeah.
But did you know you can get cars to jump over a little barrier, Badger hit the Dan off by the fluff sign?
Yeah, apparently it happened to you and Rando recently.
Yeah, yeah. I never knew you could get a car stuck there.
This is interesting from Badger.
Badger, that's not what, like, okay, I've seen too many people join the club.
Yeah, you never want to join the Accrington 123 club though.
Savor your freedom, my
Hey,
cold
hey,
blooded
hey,
friends.
that's a prestigious club. It's got me, Potato, and a few others.
Now like that. Now maybe that two-bit Ahab will tell me what he
It
knows.
seems kind of
His
bad
pie.
and
Whatever
silly.
that is. I need a run.
I'll be honest.
Let's just do this thing.
But yeah, Rick with a pretty dominant lead here. I think he's just slowly built a lead up over Lisa.
I'm gonna have to show my baby
And Snake's doing something. Not sure what, but he did something. And Rick's taking the limo for a ride. Quite. That was interesting. Just wanted to hop on the back, you know. I've always wanted to go in a limousine as well.
Have you never been in a limo?
No, I have. It was but I'd like to go in again. Limos are cool. They make you feel important when you really aren't.
My mama said I'm important.
Alright, Rick is struggling here to get up the boat. Okay. Took a couple of tries, but it's fine. Get this wasp. I don't think it's usually worth the CPS, but like, it's not too bad to get.
Easy as pie. The number, that is. What's up? I'll do my best. Safe and sound.
Being in a limo is all fun and games until a school bus comes out of nowhere and starts grabbing you. That is so true. I hate when that happens in real life.
My bad.
For real.
As a waste truck comes to say hello. Oh, to Rick.
I should pay more attention. Chief Wiggum.
So actually, I'm pretty sure D-Tops asked about the weather earlier, and I don't think he got a weather report.
There is weather.
Stick to the plan.
There we go. D-Tops has been acknowledged for the weather report. This is kind of interesting backup from Rick, but he's handling it quite well.
See, I think I'm one of the only people who, whilst during like doing this strat, they also look at the road, and I find that the traffic cycles are so much kinder to you if you're like looking left, like as the donut truck comes, because there won't be a random spawn because you're looking at it.
Excuse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like doing that because one, I don't go for like that backup pretty much at all now, but like two, when I was doing it, like, I don't know, flicking the camera like that and controlling the donut truck was just a lot of effort, but also dealing with traffic is also a lot of effort.
I've always done it like that, so I guess for me it's just what I've done. So it's like instinctual, but you don't flick your camera, you just hold your camera there. But I guess you do have to hold the camera as you reverse and do everything. So it is kind of tricky to get used to, but also Badger 466 coins here.
I do agree with that. Badgerbar collecting a wasp there, but it's still like, you could have collected Krusty Lou and you wouldn't be having issues. You'd be on 600 coins right now and you'd be chilling. Don't know whether it's a confidence thing or not. It probably goes for Flanders, which is still like, from Haz's timing sheet, still like decent CPS, so it's respectable still, but it's like, you prefer getting crossed Julie on 60 just because you miss out on like coins that other people on like higher FPS get. Boat jump. But also, if you're wanting to skip cross Julie for whatever reason, like stuff like Cletus Box in 1 to 5, having good wasps in Homer 1, gazebo in level 2, like that's the type of stuff you want to be getting if you do want to be looking to skip cross Julie 160. I know Vapo doesn't get Cletus Box anymore, but I know he did for quite a bit to skip that. Ooh, Badger not getting the strat here and has guided the donut truck to a very awkward place where it's hard to go for any backups except the sideways strat. And is doing what Axie was talking about before and facing the camera, and it doesn't work. That you wants none of that.
The issue is that the camera, like, that is not where you want to be doing it because of like where the angle is. It's very, very awkward. And then graded for the donut, like. Oh, it's not helpful.
Oh. I just let out a big yawn. I'm pretty tired, I'll be honest. This race was meant to start like a bit earlier, but it didn't.
It was meant to have been finished by now.
Yeah, I was meant to be lying in bed and possibly going to sleep.
It was meant to have finished almost an hour ago.
Oh really? Damn.
Yeah, because it's been 2.5 hours from the start point, like the initial start time.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have made a good septic system out of that.
But it is fun. Badger had some stuff that he had to do, which seemed pretty urgent, so it's all good. Made it in the end at the very last moment when we were just gonna stream Rick's async, and after this race, the lower bracket stuff can be announced.
Yeah, we know what it's gonna be. But
it could change, but it's very unlikely. For knockouts though, there's some interesting matches already scheduled. You've got like me versus Guff, Bowman Smith and Christian Potato already scheduled.
I think the match to watch in losers bracket is Zoton versus Greeny.
That is indeed a match.
We have the OG of Shah versus
the creator of the auto splitter versus the person who's oh yeah, the Wasp project. I was just gonna be saying the person who can barely handle live split.
True.
But yeah, Wasp Cycle. Yeah. But yeah, Wasp Cycle seems a bit more of an appropriate title for Green.
Although Nythera did make it better, you know.
She did, but that was only after having the source code to be able to prove and back up Green's initial theory. So it was a bit of a community effort in the end, but Greeny definitely was the person who had the initial thoughts, and it led to what we have now.
There was a program that Greeny made, but it went out of sync after like X amount of time.
It was a GIF replicating the exact Wasp Cycle movements, but the problem there was, I think, the fact that like the image, the image or GIF wasn't like accurate to like what was happening.
Yeah, I think
native to the game. That is a soft lock.
Oh no, that's a soft lock.
I expected that. As soon as I saw like the traffic car guide like the chase stand out of the trigger, it's expected. Yeah. Like these soft locks are unfortunate, but they're completely avoidable and can happen. It's unfortunate, but oh, and Rick opts to restart the mission. This gives Badgerbar like room to catch up a little. Like he's still pretty far behind, but he's not as far as he was before. That's so sad for Rick. That would be quite tilting.
Go, girl. Hey! I need speed. More speed.
Oh, that is a reset. That's back at the school. Don't think you see that often. That makes sense, being, yeah. Of the fact that it's early and that soft lock is pretty tricky. It's been a while for me since I've been in the position where that soft lock's happened. But it's always unfortunate when it happens, and like, it's just a learning experience you have, like, you're one day probably gonna go through. That's just the tough reality of this game.
Please don't sue us again.
You are probably going to take an L.
There goes my college money.
Something that's just occurred to me, it's very weird, is the fact that there was that big car at the gas station. Not like the Ford Focus, but the I don't know what to call it. It's that big vehicle that is just no one gives.
The big beefy boy.
Yes, we'll call it that. The big beefy boy. But it never shows up in 4.2, and so it's kind of like, is there some fixed RNG to it where it's just like when you enter the level initially, it's like either nothing or it's a sports car there.
But that's the same. That's the same with in part 1. There's like never a taxi or anything where the sports car is for monkeys, unless you're doing it like certain categories. I think there is one then. But like 9 times, like pretty much all the time, you'll never see a taxi in that spawn. You'll either see a sports car or nothing. And that's the same with other set things. Like 9 times out of 10, outside the try and save in part 1, it'll be a taxi. Like if you think about it, so many different spots where there's a forced parked car, it'll be the same traffic car every time.
Yeah, but
Or
the point
there
is,
won't be anything.
but the point is, it changes there because it's not a Ford Focus, and it only changes after a main menu warp. And so that's just come across my mind, and like it sort of reminds me of like how we were able to find wonky driving with like because on GameCube, like you enter the level and then enter Marge, and there's like you always have wonky driving. And I think Bacon posted something of how to consistently get wonky driving in certain levels. And I think that's what led to wonky driving. But I wonder if that RNG extends to like traffic cars and like how you like warp into a level.
That sounds awfully familiar. I think it was at the Quickie Mart.
I don't know, something for reverse engineers to discover or something. I'm just throwing out ideas.
How about that? I swear I used to be a better runner.
But I'd say Badgerbar right now is like 2 minutes behind, roughly. As the Chase Sedan now has got a soft lock of himself for Badgerbar. That is so sad. Wow. We've seen 2 soft locks in this race. That's ridiculous.
That's
honestly.
wild. The same. Amber's gonna be molding when it comes to filling out her sheet.
No one gets a sub 5 wall. No one gets a 2 circle. Huh? Big thinky emoji.
Classes. Just let me catch my breath.
Alright. There is no 2 circles here. That was very good to see. That was. It could have been worse. Oh, and Badger has hit a run here. This is definitely not an ideal place, because if you get to Grandpa, you're likely getting busted.
Bustin' makes me feel good, And Badger cannot get busted here, cannot afford a bust, cannot afford to lose any coins, and loses 50.
And that is
Flanders.
Flanders doesn't even save these coins though. They're still. It works. You need 150 coins here from Flanders, and you've got like 80.
No, you do that, and then you get Quickie Mart, Roof Wasp, and you get the Wasp of Shame, and hope you haven't got both ends of the or either end in the power plant, and a couple of car bombs, and you'll be fine. And the hospital. Maybe a rain dance as well, you know, just to make it rain a little bit of money.
Rain dance. I was not expecting that today. What a vibe.
Unfortunately, there's no rain forecast here until Saturday.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, there is home of one Flanders, but I wouldn't. It's actually not that slow. Like, if you need something, it's not that bad.
Rick just drives headfirst into the building instead of on top of it.
Thankfully, his coins will survive. Just about.
Look. They're better than Badgerbars.
They're not ideal, but
oh, you
if
can
budget skip Flanders, that would have been sad.
718 coins here. Like, you can work with, like...
Okay, 720 is buying police is the bare minimum you want. And Badger has 720 buying police.
I hope this isn't stealing. I am so total.
So how do we rain dance with Badgerbar?
Hiya, 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 hiya.
Steady, Marjorie, steady.
Let's hope that's fixed it.
Watching this Neighbors collection makes me sad. I think Detox will be crying right now.
Oh, I missed out on a few coins. There's, like, in the grand scheme of things, those coins don't matter if you have, like, good coins. But, like, Badgerbar needs everything. So seeing those, like, 5 to 10 coins, like, not be picked up is, like, kind of sad.
Yeah, usually missing, like, 5 coins there is nothing. When you're on bare minimum scraping, also, this collar truck for Rick is awful.
I've definitely seen better. But I've also definitely seen worse.
Don't even say it.
No, I wasn't going to mention you. I was going to mention JPEG's second truck. Did you know that you could, the second truck can reach the trailer yard?
Yes, I did actually.
Don't want to know how you know, but anyway. It can. And you probably will fail if it does.
There is a chance.
We're not talking about third truck here, second truck.
Yeah, we're talking about second truck here. I know, I've done it.
I am a lean, mean, vindaloo machine. Fathering 8 children has really hurt my stamina. Shiva smiles on such behavior.
Alright, Rick has good coins. I'm loving this.
Your misfortune is most entertaining.
I think this is a race for Badgerbar where, like, if he wants to reach, like, a decent level in terms of, like, coin routing and such, it's a good race to look at because Rick's coin management has been very good compared to Badgerbar's, and that's, like, going to be the difference if you wanted to push for like the mid 1.3x times, and Badgerbar currently has a 1.43, and I think like currently, like with this current coin routing, it will sustain him until like sub 140, but like long term it's going to hurt him. And so yeah, definitely look back at this race and look at what Rick's doing, what Rick's collecting.
Krusty Lou isn't bad at all at this level. It's not bad at my level. It's bad at your level. It's not even bad at my level. Like, and I have a high 131, and realistically, like, getting Krusty Lou sounds bad, but if it like puts a tent over your coins and gives you a place to sleep, like, are you really gonna complain for 20 seconds? Because you're not then thinking. I think people don't realize how much time they lose by taking inoptimal lines because they're thinking so hard about like how they can get coins. They're not like focusing on their driving or anything. They're thinking, okay, I need like 30 coins here. How am I gonna get them? In your brain, you're using too much of your brain power to like make up a coin route on the fly. Whereas if you do Krusty Lou, you're Gucci, you know?
Yeah, look. You get Krusty Lou, and then later you can start skipping stuff. You can start skipping some monorail coins. You can start skipping, I don't know, if you do early American, you could do late American instead. Even though, like, it's been found to be pretty slow. You can skip some stuff in Bart too. Like, there's stuff you can skip later, which like will save you time. And then you can just focus on, like, gameplay a little bit more. Like, Krusty Lou is definitely something you want to remove eventually. But eventually comes much later than what people, like, think. We're talking, like, I wouldn't even consider skipping Krusty Lou until, like, some 130 level, if that's what you're pushing for. But even then, getting Krusty Lou is completely fine. Gordo got a 123 with Krusty Lou as his PB.
Exactly, like you. Krusty Lou, like, I'll never go for Krusty Lou. I can't go for Krusty Lou. I'm not allowed. I'm legally not allowed anymore to ever go.
No!
No!
Another 50 coins.
Hey!
Oh, this makes me feel ill.
Nice try, foolish driver.
At this point, I think you go for Hover 1 surely. This is so sad.
Oh. Okay, Badger's written Bride chat. Yeah, I think Homer 1 Flanders is the play. Oh. This is so sad. But I think it's just a big lane curve. And like, it's just not Badger's run.
Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
Off day.
After 5-1 is the best time to go back to Flanders, right?
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, after 5-1. Thinking how you do that. He needs early American. Okay. He needs construction box as well. Let's start with that.
This is not good for my insurance.
Okay, second shot.
Okay, that's fine. I know I definitely have a clip where it apologizes to you.
Yeah. You could also get top of Mo's here, to be fair.
Rick's baby van was not good, but baby van be baby van sometimes, you know?
It happens. Yeah, I definitely like Mo's here as well was a good play to me. Like it's because you're already here.
Quickly, I am the great
And like I don't think Homer 1 Flanders will fix the coin route completely. Like it's still very tight.
Hello, famous.
But opts to skip it, which is like it's fine.
Hurry. Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the bridal magazine.
But we definitely need Homer 1 Flanders now. Or early hospital in all of monorail could happen.
What is here? It makes no sense.
There's a lot of ways you can handle it, but like, yeah. Oh, Rick. Could have gone for the sports car hit there for coins. That vend there, like I like going for. Just makes the coin route a little bit better. I think it's worth to get, especially if it's a sports car that you can just push. Then like I don't see the reason why to skip it. But I guess you can also, if you go the other way in armored truck, which you do at 60. Then, like, you can just get it there. That makes, like, going that way even more worse. So.
True. But it requires getting armor truck. I don't like pinning coins on getting armor truck.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely, like...
Oh,
has an
no,
element of
that's...
risk.
Oh. This is even worse. Badger didn't get the one-sided tunnel that you usually give her.
Oh no! And this is the vent. Oh, this is like another bust, except not.
These coins. I don't even think early hospital might not even be enough.
Nah, you need to. You actually need to just like take an L, get ESS, like after the mission and walk to 1-2. I don't even think a 1-2 saves you at this point for Flanders. Like what else would there be?
Hopefully,
Wiggins? You could go get Canyonero and like get Flanders and then get Wiggins. Oh, this is dodgy. This is so dodgy.
Oh no, Rick, what are you doing, man? Okay. Oh, Angus pixeled. Like, this is so sad. Like, that hospital might just be enough now.
Yeah, but you have to get the wasp as well. Oh.
And
okay,
he's going back for the box.
Okay, that works. That's not too bad. Alright, and we're going for this box as well.
You should have got that before, honestly.
Alright, we're going for this box as well. We're doing the pickup. Alright, this is interesting. We're going for this wasp as well. Okay. We're just doing the rounds, you know. We're doing the coin harvest. We're solving our problems now and pushing them back for later. Which you gotta respect. You know. Oh, we got a Hibbert push. Oh.
Okay.
And now he's stuck. And now we're gonna talk to what? Hang on. He's just gone back. No.
That was nearly 5 head.
Oh, you could have just pushed Hibbert and spoke to him then he would probably roll on the ground then, I guess. But still.
Yeah,
No.
but
Ah.
that was so 5-head, and then it became 2-head.
There was definitely decisions behind this that happened. This is stressful. I've got to have some gum. Watching this. I need something to chew on. This is giving me stress. The coin anxiety. But yeah, that was an interesting baby bench shot. Hang on. Is that faster? What?
What was that?
Rick got the 4 drops, right?
Yeah.
And then just dropped down and collected the last 2 instead of resetting the car. And I have no idea whether it's faster or not.
I'm not sure.
Like, it didn't seem that slow. Vapo's probably timed it though. That's the thing. If someone's thought of it, Vapo's probably timed it. That's the rule here. Yeah, I'd definitely be interested. Even if it's like half a second difference. Half a second, half a second.
Sir, this folder... Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today. Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior.
Yeah, he probably did spear, but still, there could be improvements or something, I don't know. Also, this follow bar was, like, so risky, and it still is. Wow. He's lucky he didn't fail here. Clean armor truck.
Oh, that's a decent armor truck there for Rick, yeah. I've also been on the end of, like, pixels away on there on Speed Simpsons.
Okay. Something I still see is like people do these little big run-ups expecting the wasp to work on, like, or be a freebie or something. I'm not sure if there were freebies. It didn't look like there were freebies, but if you're wanting freebies to work, like, I cannot state this enough. The wasp sparkle is so good for it.
Hey, that's totally not supposed to happen.
Makes things so much more consistent. Even just having it up and then, like, deciding you want to use it every now and again is still, like, good. And it syncs up automatically.
Who put this here? It makes no sense. Your failure shames you. Yes, you. If you do not... Thank you all for coming. I'll see you in hell. Oh, Mr. Bart.
No problemo.
Better hurry. Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the Vital magazines. This is just between me and you, random object.
Hey!
How'd you like the newspaper upside your head?
Curator for Rick now looks a bit awkward. Oh, this is not good. I don't think he'll get a strat here. Has to go fuck a backup. a hit on this wall, which he doesn't get. Yeah, there's no damage. You just gotta... There's pillar here. Okay, no pillar strat. We're doing the sellouts car strat. It's not going well, especially because you want that big hit on the tunnel. And he misses it. I think next big one's police station. But could just hit it a couple times. Okay. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad, if you get what I mean.
What are you trying to prove with this crazy driving?
Laws of physics.
Can always be worse.
Oh, no!
Jump to light speed. I don't remember these being here before.
Come to Papa, random object.
Cutscene skip here for Rick. Gets it. Nicely done.
Pretty easy on 60. Like, it's not free, but it's a lot easier.
Oh yeah, but in terms of like Badger's chances of catching up, Rick probably needed to miss that. But I do think it's pretty much over now for Badger. I don't see a way Rick loses a lot of time where Badger can like catch up.
I think the more important thing is I think Tyler needed Rick to miss that as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. What does like Rick need to get for Tyler to be like, yes, I'm in?
147, I think.
Okay.
So realistically, he needed Rick to miss a poo and then tilt.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
No.
It's like 32 minutes to complete the last 2 levels. That's like so doable, unless Rick like decides I don't want to play for 10 minutes or something, which is like, it's a very rare case like where you tilt that hard. What happens if Rick DNFs, by the way? Like, we know it's an async, and we know there's like, Rick probably keeps going, but like, what happens if Rick DNFs here? Because the DNF calculation give him less than the 147.
Then it would have been the DNF calculation, realistically, because it would have been the same way we calculate any DNF.
So what you're saying is Rick could just call it quits now. Probably.
Yeah.
And like...
Yeah.
and go through.
He could, but also I think that would be in poor taste.
It would be, yeah.
Like, I think there's a lot of cases where you could, but also, like, you wouldn't be, like, kicked from a tournament or anything, but I think the community perception would be negative towards it.
Cridge told me I only apply for better DNF. Wait, what? Huh? I wasn't under that impression. It's a bit weird. I don't know. It's a bit, I'm lost with how this, the seeding stuff is working at the moment.
So I don't think, no, because Cliff's run was deemed by the DNF thing as well. Also, Badger's coins are leading me to think one thing, Ticket. Do you know what I'm thinking?
What?
Coin grind, coin grind, coin grind, coin grind.
Coins?
Coins? Coins?
Yeah, I think we might need to see a coin grind or two. It's not looking good.
Yeah, but on the flip side, if you don't calculate the DNFs, somebody could DNF to make sure that they're not doing bad enough that their average time is going to be affected. Like, you could get to 7-7, think, oh, I need a 1:30:27, but I'm only going to get a 1:30:29. I'm just going to DNF here. And what happens then? Because they've DNF'd specifically because of the calculation. Like, it's a catch-22 situation.
Yeah, it's. I don't think there's a great way to handle it at the moment. It's just like.
I don't think that ever, like, if somebody really wanted to abuse the system, they could, but I think the perception that would come from things would be quite negative.
Oh yeah, definitely agree. And it's only like it only comes into play when there's like tiebreakers between seeding, and like we're having a lot of like wild cards this tourney because of like people who drop out and such, and it moves people
always
up.
We're always gonna have two. We had one person like from the top bracket drop, which meant there was a third wild card.
Yeah.
But potentially, because going into this race, Rick was #1 wildcard, and then there was Ty and JPEG. I believe it's the other two. I think JPEG might have been higher. So Ty Fuzzle, if Duck Bob hadn't dropped out, there's a chance Ty Fuzzle, I think it was, wouldn't go through.
Yeah. I mean, is what it is, really.
Yeah, but that is wild. But a sub 130 might not have been able to make it through the bracket this year. Like, it shows just how much you have to be on your game. If you're not on your game, the people who are like may not be seeing the top runners will just snatch victories. They'll go, you know what? I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, like the thing about this tournament is that like people are good enough to beat you if you like drop your standards, and I think that's what makes like the interest so high for me during this tournament, because like it gets very competitive, and like it's all for good fun, of course, but there's also that competitive rivalry, which is also like fun to watch, like people wanting to beat each other, and possibly snag victory, and that's always cool to see.
Weirdly, I think this year's competition, even though we've had less runners and less groups and everything, has been better than last year's, because most people who joined this year wanted to play. I think last year we still had some people who played because they did the 2020 tourney and they didn't want to like not play. Whereas this year, like, apart from one or two people who like dropped out straight away or weren't feeling it, like we've had the majority of people wanting to qualify and wanting to play and wanting to do well and pushing themselves, and that's led to a very, very good you know, a good tournament so far. And even this last race of group stages has something to it, because we've got Tyler here really wanting to, like, you know, be able to qualify.
Yeah, and like it's not a huge in the grand scheme of things, because like I don't see Rick getting a 147, but like it's still like there's something to play for. It's not a completely dead race.
Which I like. The tournament of 2020 was good because of like how everything felt, and because like it was during a pandemic, so everybody could like participate, and there was lots of feelings of greatness towards it. But I think the matches in groups were like not as stacked, whereas now the format is actually really nice.
Oh yeah, and we've been like I feel like we've been on top of like group stage matches Also, that is so unfortunate for Badgerbar, but he was way too slow getting that box, and his driving wasn't great. Yeah, the group stages weren't stacked. I mean, I do remember, like, for me, the 2020 group stage was, like, very difficult. You had my group stage had some pretty, like, stacked runners from my perspective at the time. But Vapo probably would have looked at my group as a seed one and said, "Yeah, I'm not concerned at all." Really.
Yeah.
Which was the concern. Like, seed ones weren't being challenged at all, and it was just okay. Let's just have a warm up for what's to come. Yeah, the lower bracket was, like, pretty stacked. It was actually, like, had some interesting races in it. I don't know. There's always going to be, like, something against, like, the split format, but I think it's overall, like, there's more positives from split than, like, having it all together. I think having more close races is, like, something people find more fun, and, like, people having a good chance at winning and, like, trying to improve their time to try and win and have fun and whatever. Like, there was the Brogerman case where he was just happy to be in it, and that's completely fine. Everyone has different goals when entering this tourney, and no matter what,
my goal,
as long as, like, you're having fun at the end of the day, like, it's all good.
My goal was to, you know, not make a fool of myself and not embarrass myself, and we all know how that went.
Look, everyone got 2 wins in that group, except you.
Yeah. I think there was some, like, there's been some corkers, and I think we've seen some runners, like, well, we didn't know who, like, we didn't necessarily know of them beforehand, but, you know, it's been very good.
I didn't pay attention to Ricksanity at all before the tour, but, like, they seem like a pretty solid runner. Like, he's just, like, he's not, someone who's going to, like, scare top runners, but, like, for lower bracket, he's actually, like, quite consistent, and it's, like, unfortunate. Like, I don't think he finished top of his group, which was a bit unfortunate, but he's definitely got, like, a solid time and consistency to him.
I think he was in Towson's group.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. That's a brutal, like, first seed to come up against. Because Towson's very consistent, and, like, if Towson did a bit of grinding, could easily get someone 30. To me, anyway.
Yeah, and Towson in a race got a 131 versus Rick, and, you know, Rick got like a 136, which for him at the time, like, Rick's also PB'd against, like, Spam and stuff, so he's definitely, like, performed this year. In a way, it's a bit like Horrock from last year, the German runner, if you remember. Like, nobody really, like, knew Horrock beforehand, but he kind of, like, came in and performed. He lost to his top seed, but still performed.
Yeah, I remember the case, yeah. The rise of the Germans last year.
Well, it's about
yeah.
Time.
I think it's weird because, like, if ESCQ had beaten Tyler, it would have been easily ESCQ going through. But, like, it's kind of weird, but you can have one bad run against someone and then, like, be eliminated from a tourney.
I think ESCQ just, like, versus people on their good runs who got 2 losses, I think, was the case. Which is so unfortunate because ESEQ is such a solid runner, but just, like, got owed really. Like, it was a rare case where you could just played well but not well enough against your opponents.
At top hat, someone 13 against him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how can you compete with that?
Yeah. Like, it was wild how that went down.
Oh, yeah, Rick is into Homer 2, Badgerbar still in Part 2, but there's like a almost a 2-minute timer difference, so like you can say Badgerbar should be in 6-6, but it's still like there's not much left for Rick.
Hey, I found my lost nachos.
Maybe there could be a comeback, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, I think the thing is, we always say with Homer 2, like 7-3 is 7-3 and 7-6 is 7-6.
Yeah, those are the two splits, but like 7-5 could go wrong as well.
Yeah, I think at this point, unfortunately, Badger needed to be able to be like at least close to PB, to be able to pull off an upset, but he's almost 3 minutes behind, and that's like a mid 146, which unfortunately I don't see Rick like pulling that off.
Yeah, it's just a matter of finishing the run and for Badger and Rick just seeing what time he gets. It's unfortunate, but is what it is. I think Rick's just shown his class today. Almost a 10-minute difference in PB, and it's really showing here with like the difference. Badgerbar definitely has potential to like get a good PB, like a better PB by far, but like today just wasn't the day for it. Plans to do a pet bracket.
Yeah, there are plans to do a pet bracket if there's enough people. If there's 8 or more people, there will be a pet bracket according to Chris. But it all depends on the interest. If there is interest, yes. If there's not, then there can be like a mini tourney later in the year. If there needs to be like a weekend tourney or like mini tourney of like whoever wants to, and have like rival races between the people. Like there's no reason why if there's no pet bracket there can't be some sort of like novice like kind of mini tournament later on in the year if people want that.
Yeah,
it all depends what people want.
To me, like I'd be looking at like how close are PBs between like people in the pet bracket as well, because like I think the problem with last year was it was such a blowout, and like I don't remember any memorable races. The highlight for me was watching Axie DNF 4-1 after a disaster class. That was the highlight of the pet bracket for me.
And that didn't even go live on Sweet Simpsons.
Yeah, that's like,
let's go Badger 60 FPS boat jump.
I think that's just a case of like it wasn't really like much to look forward to with it. So like,
yeah,
is a pet bracket really worth it? Is is the question, or like, is there gonna be enough balance where like there's a few runners that could like win it, that you could like keep an eye on?
If we allow losers round 1 be able to join the pet bracket, I think that would open things up for it to be a lot more competitive and a lot better.
Yeah, I definitely think the first round of losers could definitely.
We have a rumble. Yeah, I for sure think like, because I wouldn't be scared of anyone who loses round 1. Like I'd obviously like appreciate their skill and talent because they are all talented, but I wouldn't be like, oh, when they automatically win.
Yeah, it's just not the case, really. I think it's hard because you're gonna get a different pool of players every year.
Yeah.
And like making a good prep bracket is pretty hard because you gotta think of the pool of players you're gonna get, the pool of play, then from that pool of players they've got to actually sign up for that tourney, and then hopefully you get like a good diverse set of players where you make a tournament interesting and not just like
a
complete meme fest.
One thing I want to remind people is the 2020 pep bracket was so good because the people who were the 5th seeds last year didn't go to knockouts in 2020. They went straight to pep bracket. So you had people like Spruce, Ty Fuzzle, JPEG, Bamford, Potato, that sort of lot. Greeny, who last year and this year would have probably made knockouts, who wouldn't have been in that. And I think the format was changed in the main bracket, but the pet bracket tournament didn't get changed to like accommodate that.
Yeah.
The best runner, I think it's me. At the moment, I think it's me, which is exactly the same as last year.
Can we get a you versus Larrikin rematch in the pet bracket where you DNF again? I think you are Larrikin's favorite opponent because you're just a free win.
Actually, I think technically Duck Bob, if he wanted to join, could join the pet bracket.
I think there's a difference between like, is there a difference? I don't know. Because you technically at least did a race. Didn't complete a race.
Mine was because I ran out of time to be able to do things because I got sick.
Yes.
Whereas Ricky getting 7-6, this is like, we hate to go off topic this much and like talk about the wider stuff, I guess, about the tournament. But this race, unfortunately, like Badger's made quite a few mistakes and Rick's just looked along.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as it looks. Like, Badgerbar's time is 2 minutes behind. He should really be at 7-3 by now, as long as he doesn't fail.
Yeah.
Which, like, isn't as bad, but, like of a gap, but it's still, like, quite sad to see. Especially because I think Badgerbar knows he can do a little better than what he did. And, like, the coin situation, not pulling off certain strats and stuff, it's kind of piled on, but still getting relatively close to PB if he gets a good homer too. So I think that's good to keep in mind, and be optimistic about future runs for.
Hello, Team Missourians!
Last time I vote to allow a new state, that's a bunch of what I hang up. Well, we're here already. Look at me, I'm free as a bird.
Alright. Rick taking it a little safe at 7-7. Respect it, just wants to finish the run.
Look where you going, you idiot.
Yeah, I think Rick at this point probably knew he was gonna be able to like just not necessarily walk it home, but he knew he was gonna be able to win with this run. Most likely.
GG to Ricksanity, who
GG
is the final
Ricksanity.
person to like finish and qualify, I think. Confirmed. Which is unfortunate for Tyler, who I think is knocked out officially now. And I think the knockouts can be confirmed whenever. So a announcement should be coming. When Critch feels like, really, after it'll either be like some point soon after this, within the hour, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I believe so. There's already a post made. There's already predictions made. Everything is ready to go as soon as Critch is ready, basically. But we've seen the post, we've seen predictions. I think we've sorted it. So everything will be done soon. You can have your fun predicting.
Who will take this year's ASM tournament? My prediction is Zoton, because I want to see Axie suffer.
My prediction is Bamford beating D-Tops in the final. This is the first year I have not predicted a Duck Bob D-Tops final.
That is not Rick's time. Hang on a second. What was Rick's time?
138. 30. 1 sec. 26. 138.26.
138.26. There we go.
Yeah. I already had it because I sent it to Critch earlier.
That makes sense. So yeah, it's confirmed. Badgerbar has taken another L here. But this was a very good tourney for Badgerbar, because when he entered, he didn't have a sub 2. He now has a 143. And I think he can look at this tournament and be like, you know what? I didn't win any matches, but I improved my PB a lot.
You say that, and he falls off.
Yeah, I was looking at it forward up. I'm just like, this is not the time, Badgerbar. We need some optimism here.
Badgerbar's a great Badgerbar's an okay Badgerbar's a runner.
A runner of all time. God damn it.
Badgerbar's a person.
Oh. I think I can switch the audio, I think.
Run.
Yeah.
Again.
Forgot about that. Felt a bit quiet, you know. I think the audio should be fine. Yeah. It should be.
No, I didn't put any donuts on because I already knew Rick's final time. Didn't feel like it would be fair to vote.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, Guff, I have you losing to D-Tops and then losing to Zoton. I'm sorry.
You predicted that you'll lose to me, but beat Greeny and loses. I mean, I'm kind of concerned about the Goth race personally. Like, I don't like versing 60 FPS runners. I like
60 FPS is some people I had.
it's just a very awkward race because like they don't miss cutscenes often. It's not happening again.
Bombs away.
What if it does? Yeah, but
but Guff
what
is
you
the
gotta-
favorite this year.
Guff, what you gotta think about is Greeny has. Huh? Okay. That was a bit weird, but okay, that makes sense.
Totally
You-
not supposed to.
Greeny's got to beat Zoton. And if Zoton wins, I have to do Hundo 6 times in a row.
Dude, better not have scratched my car.
We all know for the good of the people that Greeny is throwing that race.
Sweet acceleration.
If I don't see Donut Homer in Homer 2, there will be words. In hoverbike.
I think my biggest controversy in my predictions is LP beating Bombers.
Oh no, bridge clip not working for Badgerbar. That's unfortunate. Poggers in chat.
Let's do this thing.
Is LP what?
Beating Bombers.
Ooh,
That's a take.
that is one of the takes. That gives me Zoton beating Smith vibes.
Oh yeah, no, I also have Zoton beating Caleb.
Excuse me. What?
Yeah, Zoton's gonna go to losers round 6. I mean lose to Smith. I can't have Smith losing. Zoton, you know.
Hey, that's totally not supposed
What's that,
to
bridge clip?
happen. This town is going to pay for this.
Bridge clip. Bit of bridge clip.
You have Sled beating Gordo. All I want to do is verse Sled again, okay?
Don't you want to face Vapo again?
Yeah, but Vapo's not in the tournament. I've been robbed
Oh, yeah.
by the potential to verse Vapo. I have to wait another year now for Vapo to enter again. I just want an ASM race versus Vapo in his prime.
Well, there is something called rival races.
Nah, there's no stakes there. All we're racing for is pride. What's pride?
Oh, Badger! No!
Oh. Oh.
This is so sad.
I'm
Do you
sick-
know what makes me happy?
What?
Just look at the splits.
Yes, that is true. The splits make it better. The splits are based.
Mindless destruction. Totally awesome, dude. Gnarly.
That was easy as pie.
Would you look at that?
Over easy. Get out of my way.
You look at that, JPEG comes in for the last minute.
No.
Why, hello there, JPEG Image.
In your face.
That's the. It's actually the Egam Ikepje.
Not a very good driver.
Chicks
Yeah,
love it when I do
I'm
this.
hilarious. But so is JPEG, so he deserves it. Alright, Badgerbar is just going inbounds. Apparently, bridge clip is patched or something, or he's doing something wrong.
Ooh, like no.
That's unfortunate. That's fun.
To be fair, I reckon the race of a century would be JPEG versus Greeny, but just 7.6 IMs.
Out of my way, walking dude.
Oh god. I think I'd rather watch Garbage Truck percent.
King Homer, if you dare.
Oh, chicks love it when I...
He doesn't get bridge clipped, but he clips through the fucking barn fence. That's funny. Well, there's proof that he's on 60. What is happening? Oh no, he's playing the waste again. No.
Okay, my internet died for like a minute or two there. What happened?
Oh, you missed it. Oh, so we confirmed Badgerbar's on 60 because a police guy hit Badgerbar's like the bandit, and it clipped through the fucking barn fence. I swore twice now. I'm so sorry, but it was so funny to me. Oh. Are we gonna see another bridge clip? Are we going inbound? We're going for more bridge clip. What a lad.
Let's go, bridge clip.
And he's gone through the bridge.
Let's go.
Easy strat. First try.
See,
clean as you like.
The bridge is in like that version of a bandit. It wanted a different version of a bandit.
That is so true. But kind of unfortunate because now it means like it's a 1.5x time for Badgerbar when he definitely deserved like 147, 148 range of a run.
Oh yeah,
but
this was like a 7.5 minute split, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is what it is though. It happens.
It does, yeah.
And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. We had a bit of fun.
Yeah. GG to Badger for like wanting to finish, bro. Like, I
was expecting DNF. So
yeah.
many people have DNF in this situation where it's just like, I don't want to continue. But props to Badgerbar.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I know Badger DNF'd earlier in the tournament and wanted to like not DNF again. So this is pretty good. Like, finishing. Gotta give him props.
Get out of my way.
Oh yes, going around the tire fire. Based.
Please come back. I'm so lonely.
I'm pretty sure I timed it to be like exactly the same speed. I think it's like probably only slightly faster due to tire fire if you get like a good jump. Otherwise it's fast to go around.
We're here already. Move it or lose it. Coming through.
But and resetting your car if you just go full zoom only loses a second. So if you wanted to play it safe as well and take 1 second time loss, you can also do that. Because I time random things because I'm dumb. Oh, Badgerbar getting a freebie at the end there. And parks the car into the beam. And Badgerbar gets a 150.45. GG. G.
Unfortunately, not the 125 they needed.
Yeah.
GG's, everybody. This has been a good race.
Alright. I wonder if Badgerbar wants to come in for a quick interview. Very quick, because I want to go to bed. Just quickly before Badger comes in, next match on Speed Simpsons is the first knockout match between myself and Guff on the 27th at 4 AM BST, which is probably not a good time for UK people, but we don't care.
I mean, I'm looking forward to a Guff dub.
Look, it could happen, could not. Let's see.
Also, Badger, the main things are just like good job on like finishing it out. We're happy you did. Very unfortunate 7-6. Also, getting fence clips so funny. And I do want to say your profile picture is probably the cutest profile picture in the entire tournament.
Oh yeah, definitely agree. But an actual Shah related question is, why didn't you get Krusty Lou? That was a decision that cost you the entire run, I felt like. Like, for the rest of the run, your coins are just all over the place. I just want to know, like, why. What was the thought process? I'm not sure if it was, like, because you're afraid of failing or whatnot.
Was the what to the fence clip? Oh. Tigger was basically saying, like, why didn't you choose to do Flanders? No, Flanders, sorry, Krusty Lou. Krusty Lou would have solved so many of your coins issues.
Yeah.
Later on.
It seemed like a very weird decision at the time to skip Krusty Lou. So I was just wondering, like, what your thought process was behind that. You wanted to risk it for the time save? Yeah. It wasn't a great risk at the time. I feel like there's risks you can take when you know you can do it, but like it was at a point where like taking it cost you in the end, and like you probably could have made it a bit more of a closer race. But it's fun.
Yeah.
We learn.
But yeah, GG's Badger, GG's Rick. Rick is going through to the knockouts. And congratulations, Badger. Like, you've improved so much on the short tournament. GG's. And we'll see you next time for the knockouts match.
Alright. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.